So as we look at the landscape of pro wrestling, AEW and WWE are running into an interesting spot, and they're in the running to pick up a notable free agent as the business continues to inch closer to 2024, which is so important for not only wrestling, AEW, WWE, because of the TV money that it could bring. Now look, Nick Aldis just wrapped up with Impact Wrestling, and he's reportedly going to WWE as a producer on a trial basis. And Dave Meltzer gave the latest on his status, including what Tony Khan could do to kind of pull away Nick Aldis if he chooses to do so. In 2024, WWE and AEW's media rights deals with Warner Bros. Discovery, Fox, and USA Network are up, with the belief that they'll get more money, which would lead to them potentially paying talent more money. And this seems to be an excellent time for Nick Aldis as he decides to make his next move in the wrestling business. Now look, earlier this year he had interest from WWE. Unfortunately, it was bad timing though, because Vince McMahon had come back. He was looking to do the UFC WWE merger by being acquired by the Endeavor Group, and that has tied things up. Also, WWE's just simply not hiring a lot of people right now outside of a guy like Kenny Omega. Aldis did return to Impact Wrestling after leaving the NWA this past April at the Rebellion pay-per-view event where he had been chasing the world title, but he finished up with Impact at Slammiversary. He is slated to be brought in as a producer for a trial period as early as next month, August, for WWE. And Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Aldis is back in talks with WWE regarding a full-time deal, but he's also interested in AEW, which is smart. Not only do you potentially create the bidding war between Tony Khan and Triple H, but you also drive up your bargaining price, and you can get potentially more money out of it. Meltzer did note that Aldis has no deal in place, but is just said to be interested in both WWE and AEW, and he remains a free agent, and he will at least be working through, the next week or so. I think Nick Aldis would do better in WWE because I think he fits better in WWE than he would in AEW. AEW is more in-ring based focus with its fan base and really its booking styles. They tell stories through their moves. WWE tells their stories through traditional promos and build-up, and the match is just kind of a payoff. This guy can talk extraordinarily well. He can work, but he's a better promo guy than anything. And I do have concern, though, that if he does go to WWE, that they'll turn him into a manager or a producer. I find that to be odd. Now, if you want to bring him in as like a player coach, I'm all for that. But just to make him a producer, I don't know about that.